Hello, YouTube. This is Bob Smith, and this is what my cat feels about Jehovah's Witnesses. That right there. That's how they feel about them. Do you understand? Just joking. Anyway, this is Bob Smith. I want to talk to you today about the video that I posted and kind of what went down. But before I do that, I want to ask you guys a favor. I want to get each and every one of you into your local public library. Support your local public libraries. There's a wealth of information there. A lot of Jehovah's Witnesses and ex-Jehovah's Witnesses have not been able to get the education that they need to have a better quality of life. There's a lot of Bethel, quote-unquote Bethel people. These are Jehovah's Witness headquarter volunteers that have been recently just kicked out on the street. Many of them old-timers that have been pretty much working for free for 30 and 40 years, never had an education, just have been institutionalized, really. These are people that have lived years and years of institutionalization, and they're just being tossed out into the street with nothing. Anyway, I want you guys to support your local public libraries. They are closing down all over the country. And it's a shame because there's a lot of great stuff out there that can teach you things. You can teach yourself things. You can become a lifelong learner. You don't have to let the fact that maybe you didn't get an education because you were a Jehovah's Witness at one point. You don't have to let that keep you stuck. Of course, I recommend things like this: Wealth of Nations, Adam Smith, Theory of the Leisure Class, The General Theory of Employment, Interest, and Money, Classic Work and Foundation of Modern Day Economics, and of course, this is volume 1 of the complete works of Aristotle. Now, don't ask me what all of this means. I don't know any of this stuff. Rhetoric, poetics, I don't understand any of this. What I do is I just absorb the pages because I know one thing. If you just keep going over and over and over and over and over the same thing, and I do this in sections. I don't do the whole, I get like a broad overview thing, but things like this, you just have to kind of maybe do a page, or maybe just a paragraph, whatever. You get the point? I'm serious. This kind of education is called worldly. It's worldly knowledge. I'm serious. This is what people call worldly knowledge. Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett, they call this worldly knowledge. And this is knowledge that gives you the ability to work different aspects of your thinking faculties. You don't just have one. You have many different kinds: abstract, logical, visual. The reason I have these chosen is because they deal with the topic of money, economics, not just money as far as X amount of dollars in the bank, but the big picture of what wealth really is, economics, not economics, but how it affects not just you and your family, your immediate family and loved ones, but how it affects the bigger picture, the community, the nation, the world. These are things that we've never been given thought to, and I think we should. I think we should really give thought to this, because there's a lot of folks that are ex-JWs now that don't have a clue. They don't know where they're going to lay their head tomorrow. They're pretty much homeless. And I'm thinking, how can we help anyone if we haven't really helped ourselves? I don't know. Anyway, enough of the books. I want to talk to you about the bus stop thing. The bus stop thing is really interesting. This woman made a beeline for me. She made a beeline, a straight beeline. She got out of a vehicle, a white four-door vehicle. She got out of a car way parked far away across the street, across a 2-lane street. And she didn't stop to talk to anyone else. She made a beeline for me. By the time I look up from my cell phone, busy texting and listening to music, I had my earbuds on, I'm just waiting for the bus stop because my car battery needed to be changed. So I didn't, I had to take the bus to go to the auto parts to get the new battery. So I'm doing my thing. This lady, all of a sudden, I realize she's hovering over me. And like, oh, she's already here. I already knew the deal, But, so I'm like, what do I do? Okay, I motion for her to hold on. And she patiently stands there and waits for me to turn off my music. Of course, I quickly turned on my cam, but she didn't see that. She didn't know. And I'm thinking, how do I film her without knowing that she's being filmed? How do I do that? Because I have to position the cam in some kind of way, my cell phone, I have to position it in some kind of way where I could get her whole face, which means that she's going to know she's being filmed. So I pretend my cell phone is a mirror and I'm straightening my hair or, trying to fix my hair. And I guess she believes the act. So I fake having a mirror, cell phone thing, and seeing myself in the cell phone when I'm actually filming her. And she starts with her presentation. And, I'm just winging it. I really don't have any kind of, I was definitely going to bring up the Royal Commission for sure. That just wouldn't be right if I didn't. But I'm just winging it. And then she says, your light is on. So I'm thinking, oh crap. If she figures out she's being filmed, she's going to just simply walk away. And I'm not going to let her control the conversation or the event. This is a high control group. But you came to me. And I didn't say this to her, but this is the deal. She's in a high control group. And she came to me. I didn't come to her. She came to me. Invaded my personal space. Whatever, I didn't ask her for her stuff. She comes to me and wants to talk about Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay, you want to talk about what you got? Let's talk about all of it, not just what you want to tell me. Let's talk about all of it. Let's talk about all of it. The truth about the truth. Well, so anyway, I'm like, I can't let her get away. Right? So what do I do? So then I just like, okay, I'm just going to talk about Royal Commission and that's it. I'm just going to, bam, So she makes a face. She makes a fake face. A fake shock. Her face cracked. She gave me what somebody said she gave me the pioneer face. I don't know what the pioneer. What is the pioneer face? What is that? Pioneer face. I've never heard that term before, but I'm imagining different pioneers that I knew making faces. I remember there was one pioneer that made a face. She had a very stern look to her. Is that what a pioneer face is? A stern look? I don't know. You know what? I don't know nothing anymore. I've had to give up so many things that I used to believe. You know, and then now I sit back and laugh and say, how did I ever believe that crap? But then I say to myself, I was a kid, because as soon as I turned legal age, I got the hell out of there. So I have that. I mean, not to say that if you were an adult, JW, and you believe that you don't have an excuse, but it's just crazy. It's like you ask yourself, how could you have believed that? That's so crazy. Anyway, at least these books say theory. They don't say truth, the general truth, and we have it and you don't. They say the general theories, Anyway, where was I? Anyway, so she came to me, and now she doesn't want to talk? I mean, what's the deal? You only want to talk when it's about what you want to say? But when I have some feedback for you, you don't want to talk? Anyway, so the fake face she made, she just makes a face, and then what? She walks away. She says, have a nice day. And that's it. Like, no, I'm not going to stand here anymore, and I'm not going to talk with you anymore. Because what? I've talked about what's in the news. She walks away. If you notice, the whole time, she does not deny any of it. She makes a face, but watch the video again if you doubt me. Nowhere on the video does she deny it. She doesn't deny it. She makes faces, but she does not deny Bob Smith's allegations. That's it, everyone. Support your local library. Check these great books out. I'm telling you, this is time well spent. I know this is heady stuff, but just be patient with yourself. Take it in chunks, but stay with it, Don't tell me you don't have time. Turn that television off. Turn that freaking idiot box off and get cozy with books. Oh.